Today on the Budweiser Boxing Series, rising star David Tua hopes to continue his climb up the heavyweight ladder with a victory over Russian Oleg Maskaev. The Terminator from New Zealand has punched his way to a 26-0 record with 10 first-round knockouts. Today, Tua continues his torrid pursuit in quest of the heavyweight championship. Pernell Whitaker and Oscar De La Hoya joins the CBS Sports Show to bring you 12 rounds of heavyweight action. David Tua and Oleg Maskaev. Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Ryan, inside here, ringside at Bally's Park Place, and we've got quite an afternoon of boxing for you now with this heavyweight matchup, a key one, an important one, featuring David Tua, one of the most talked about young heavyweights on the boxing scene today, and he takes on Oleg Maskaev. And that'll be followed by a live interview with Oscar De La Hoya and Pernell Whitaker. They meet a week from tonight in Las Vegas for Whitaker's WBC welterweight crown. Well, I'm joined, as always, on our boxing coverage by our Gil Clancy. And Gil, I know I'm one of many who are excited to see David Tua. A lot of the folks around the country haven't seen this young man. We've had lots of retreads coming back to get heavyweight championship bouts, but here's an unbeaten 24-year-old deservedly in the top 10.
Tim, I'm very impressed by this guy. He has the stamina, the power, and the ability to take a punch to become the next heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, we've seen him in action with a lot of quick knockouts like this one, and he's shown plenty.
There was a guy that was the world, a champion, international champion. He stopped that guy. Now we go to the 12th round. This is the stamina I'm talking about. 12th round, you still see that power. And here we're going to see right now the finish off of a real good, tough fighter in the 12th round.
Well, there is David Tua, born in Western Samoa, lives in Auckland, New Zealand. And when he's over here with his boxing career underway in the U.S., he lives in Wayne, New Jersey. Very proud Samoan, and he credits his time in Auckland as the opportunity that he got to develop into a professional fighter after some very good amateur success. He was a bronze medalist in the 1992 Olympic Games. Now, his opponent today, Oleg Maskaev. He had an outstanding amateur career in the Soviet Union, the former Soviet Union. He's from Kazakhstan. Big, strong guy. He'll definitely be a problem for Tua. If he should win, he'll be in the top 10.
Well, Tim, strength is the key word. He's a very strong guy with a good left jab and a straight right hand. But can his left jab control Tua? That's the question.
Well, he's confident. He's ready. He understands the importance of this fight. He's lost only once. That was to Oliver McCall. So it'll be Tua and Maskaev when CBS Sports coverage of the Budweiser Boxing Series continues after this word from your local station. Well, let's take a look at our tail of the tape for this live heavyweight action. David Tua, Oleg Maskaev. Tua, just 24 years of age, already in the top 10. He stands at 5'10" and came in at 223 1/4. Maskaev, the 28-year-old, taller, with a longer reach and 10 pounds heavier than David Tua. The rules are actually a combination today of World Boxing Council rules and those of the state of New Jersey. There will be no standing 8 count. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. There is no 3 knockdown rule, and if there is an accidental foul that causes the fight to end before 4 rounds, it will be a technical draw. And now for our ring introductions, let's go to our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bally's Park Place, Atlantic City, and CBS Sports Budweiser Boxing Series. Main Events Monitor and your undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser, present 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC International Heavyweight Championship. Sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board, Boxing Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr., Chairman Jerry Gormley, board members Gary Shaw and Stephen Katz, Deputy Commissioner John Greco. The 3 judges scoring at ringside are Miguel Acuna, Henry Grant, and Steve Weisfeld. And when the bell rings, in charge of the action, referee Lindsey Page Jr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Bally's Park Place, Atlantic City, let's get ready to rumble! In the red corner, weighing in at 233 pounds and wearing black, with a professional record of 20 victories, 16 by knockout, with only 1 loss, a native of Ave, Kazakhstan, and now fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, here is the challenger, Oleg Maskaev. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, also wearing black but trimmed with white, weighing 223 pounds. His professional record, 26 victories without a loss, 22 by knockout. He's ranked number 4 in the world by the WBC. From Auckland, New Zealand, here is the WBC International Heavyweight Champion, David the Terminator Tua.
Referee Lindsey Page waiting for Tua to join the company here in the center of the ring.
I want a good, clean fight. I want you to obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, go back to your corner until I tell you to come out.
So 12 rounds of heavyweight action. David Tua, Oleg Maskaev, and Tua has been compared to in style, and a lot to do with his size, of course. He's a shorter heavyweight compared to his first idol. He admits was Rocky Marciano, and he does fight somewhat in great Marciano style, and more recently, of course, people think he reminds them in style of Mike Tyson. And again, a lot of it has to do with his size and the fact that he loves to rip those left hooks to the body and has a lot of power, as his knockout record, 22 knockouts in 26 fights, would evidence. Maskaev has lost only once. He is 20-1 as a professional with 16 KOs.
Tim, we're going to find out early just how effective Maskaev's left jab is going to be. That's going to be the key to this fight.
David Tua ranked number 4 in the world by the WBC, number 8 by the WBA, number 7 by the IBF. Definitely should he continue on the successful track record he's had so far, he figures to be very much in a title picture within the next year.
And Tim, you mentioned Rocky Marciano. The thing I like about Tua, one of the things, is the fact that he has this tremendous stamina.
See on his trunks, 100% Samoan. He is very proud of his heritage. He comes from a small island in western Samoa. His father was a fighter. He saw the early potential, and David Tua took him to Auckland, New Zealand, moved the family there so that he could develop his boxing career. And he became one of the top amateurs in New Zealand, made his way to the Olympic Games representing that country in 1992, where he won the bronze medal.
And Tim, Maskaev seems very, very tentative to me at the moment. He's really not looking to do too much offensively. And you know, sometimes when you wait to get hit, that's when you get nailed.
Maskaev would have been in those 92 games. Potentially they could have fought each other, but he was ill at the time. He was favored to be on the Soviet Union, the unified team it was called, then you may recall. Favored to be on that team as the heavyweight representative. Missed it because of illness. The two-time Soviet champion, super heavyweight division. And a silver medalist in the 1992 World Championships.
Again, Tua is doing all the forward motion, putting a lot of pressure on Maskaev. And Maskaev is trying to punch and get out of the way at the same time. That's something that you can't do, Tim. He has to step in with the jab, nail him with the jab, and then move out. Can't do both.
Approaching the 30-second mark to go here in the first round. Maskaev showing his educated jab, and Tua doing what he does best, forcing the issue, keeping the pressure on. And there's a big left hook to the ear of Maskaev. Good combination back. Kind of a tentative right hand behind the left jab from Maskaev.
That's been the key, Tim. All his punches have been tentative.
Final seconds of round number 1, scheduled for 12.
Is back to
round number 2, live from Bally's Park Place in Atlantic City. 12 rounds of heavyweight action scheduled. David Tua on the left of your screen with white trim on his black trunks, and Oleg Maskaev from Kazakhstan, now living in Brooklyn, New York, pursuing his professional boxing career. Maskaev began as a pro in 1993 after that distinguished amateur career. Won 10 professional fights in a row. Came to the U.S. in 1995. His first fight over here against Jim Harrison in Boston, Mass. He won that in a 4-round KO. His last outing, second-round stoppage of Rodney Blunt in February of this year. Only lost to Oliver McCall. He was stopped in the first round. Said he just simply wasn't mentally or physically prepared for that fight. Now Tua bangs up and down to the head and body, catching Maskaev in a stationary position on the ropes.
I think Maskaev is going to get hit with a couple of punches just to loosen him up, Tim. Right now he's showing Tua a lot too much respect.
David Tua is single. Maskaev married. In fact, has his family here. His wife Svetlana and 3 daughters, Anna, Alexandra, Alessia. All here watching Daddy in action. Big left hand got through over the guard of Maskaev.
Partially blocked him. If that got through, you see Maskaev doing tricks with his legs.
Now Tua starting to try and find the range to the head with that left hook.
And now Maskaev's jab is loosening up a little bit, Tim. There we can see maybe he needed to get hit with those couple of punches.
Minute to go in the second round, and Maskaev finds a right hand.
Nice move by Maskaev, moving over to the right so he doesn't get nailed with that left hook. And now he's starting to tattoo Tua with that jab. Tattoo Tua, how's that, Tim?
Pretty good. Vicious left hook fell a little short from Tua. Caught on the glove by Maskaev. Maskaev trained by Americans Tommy Gallagher and Bob Jackson. Final seconds of round number 2. Round number 3 live from Atlantic City. David Tua and Oleg Maskaev, heavyweights, scheduled for 12. David Tua on the left of your screen, black trunks and white trim. Oleg Maskaev from Kazakhstan and now Brooklyn, New York, circling to the right of your screen. Both these fighters' dads were boxers, and that's how they got started as youngsters in the sport, as amateurs. Maskaev's father boxed in the Soviet military. In fact, most of Maskaev's early professional fights took place while he was stationed in Uzbekistan, country now an independent country, of course, adjacent to his native land of Kazakhstan.
Nice combination by Maskaev, Tim. Right uppercut, left hook. He's scoring now.
A little more confidence, certainly, and less tentative is Maskaev. Rounds 2 and 3, finding the range, using his reach and landing that jab.
Very good concentration on Maskaev's part. There's that little move to the right. That takes Tua off his left foot, and he can't get that hook off. There's a left hook, a little bit low, a little bit south of the border.
Third round scheduled for 12. David Tua 26-0 with 22 KOs. Maskaev has lost only once in 21 fights, and he landed a good right hand right on the mush of David Tua. Minute remaining, round 3.
Referee wants Tua to keep his punches up.
Lindsey Page, the referee from Trenton, New Jersey.
Tua better not depend on scoring that one-punch knockout, because in the meanwhile, Maskaev is piling up points.
Been a good round for the Kazakhstani, and there's Tua reaching with that left hook. He just hadn't been able to get close enough to put punches together. Maskaev, I think, has been working his distance very well in rounds 2 and 3.
A lot of Tua's punches have been blocked, Tim. Body and head.
Final seconds of round 3. Round number 4 scheduled for 12. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy live in Atlantic City at Bally's Park Place. On the left of your screen is the number 4 ranked David Tua, 26-0, and now on the left of your screen Oleg Maskaev. And Tua has never shown himself to be frustrated in his 26 previous fights, but here may be a guy that's going to cause him some problems that way. What's he got to do to change the trend?
Tim, he's been very predictable, Tua. He's walking in, not moving his head, not getting low. He's got to get underneath that jab of Maskaev. But you can see he walks straight in. Standing too straight up. Same pressure all the time, no side-to-side movement, not bobbing and weaving. He's got to go underneath that left jab and come up, or either go or throw that left hook to the body.
A little more in the style of his original idol, Rocky Marciano.
That's exactly right. You start banging to that body, and now Maskaev is starting to bleed a little bit from the nostril.
In his last outing, Tua against David Izanrite, it took him a number of rounds in that fight to find his way inside the big man. Eventually stopped him in 12.
Maskaev also, again, is going to have to loosen up a little bit and really get to Tua's respect. He's a little tentative, back in the tentative mode again. Yeah, Maskaev did a little bob and weave that time.
Maskaev definitely finding the range with each round with that left jab, using his reach, and that is his best skill. European style straight stiff jab, and a little warning again from referee Lindsey Page for low blows to Tua.
Again, Maskaev is waiting to get hit, and when you wait to get hit, you get hit. Has to show a lot more offense. There's a good left hook by Maskaev. Has to show a lot more offense in this fight.
Under a minute, round number 4, scheduled for 12.
You know, Tim, some judges, they'll give a fighter credit for winning a round by just being aggressive. They forget it has to be effective aggressiveness. And so far, Tua is walking in, but not really scoring too much. There's a good uppercut by Maskaev, and another good jab by Maskaev.
As his combinations have been more effective in round number 4 here. Definitely giving David Tua problems here early in this fight. Neither fighter has fought top-quality opposition in the early part of their career, so this is one of those early kind of crossroads matches. Tua much more well-regarded in the rankings. Chopping overhand right after a good left to the body. Final seconds of the 4th. Round number 5, Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy in Atlantic City. We're watching live heavyweight action. Remember, coming up, it'll be a conversation with Pernell Whitaker and Oscar De La Hoya, who meet a week from tonight in Las Vegas for Whitaker's welterweight crown.
And again, Maskaev starts out scoring with that left jab, and Tua is really not, he's not sharp, Tim. He's not countering that jab the way he should.
I've got it all even after 4, and I think you gave one round to Maskaev that I gave to Tua, Gil, so it's a close fight through 4.
Yes, well, I have a 2-1-1 Maskaev. But again, sometimes these judges, they see the one guy going forward, but Tua really is not landing that much, Tim. There's a good combination by Tua.
Trying to spring to it.
Good left hook by Tua.
Missed the right, but landed the left hook right behind it. Short chopping right landed by Maskaev. And a good straight right hand lead landed.
Right hand doesn't have too much on it though, Tim. But again, he's scoring points.
Yes, indeed.
Tua really has to get low, Tim, and start banging to that body and just stay in that body for a while to bring Maskaev's hands down. Should be pumping with both hands to that body.
Maskaev, the 21 pro fights, had 128 amateur bouts. He was 108-10. You mentioned 2-time Soviet super heavyweight champion and silver medalist in the world championship. He's an experienced guy.
And there's coming into that weave with a left hook. That's exactly what Tua has to do. But again, he can still throw that left hook downstairs. There, he should have threw it downstairs that time. He had a perfect opportunity. Didn't let the punch go. So far, Tua, in my opinion, has been very flat.
And Maskaev has stayed with his best stuff, and that's that stiff left jab, and it's been landing.
And again, scoring points.
Under a minute to go in the fifth.
Tua is just doing too much posing. Not enough punching.
Winging that left hook a little bit short with it. Grazed the face of Maskaev. He's not been able to do any damage so far, and he is a big puncher, David Tua. 22 KOs in 26 starts. There's a good left hook that landed. Perfectly timed counter. Maskaev staying closer, though. He seems to be building some confidence as the fight's going on. Combination by Maskaev. Final seconds of round number 5. We're back for round number 6 of the scheduled 12-round heavyweight bout, and they were giving David Tua what for in his corner. Lou Duva saying you're laying back, you've got to get on the case. Against Oleg Maskaev. We've given 3 rounds in a row to Maskaev. He's been building in confidence, and Tua hasn't been able to get inside to do any damage.
Maskaev has been keeping Tua at a distance, exactly where he wants him, and scoring points. They're not devastating punches, but they're point scores, as those 2 jabs were. And Tua, again, Tim, if a guy throws a